what's up? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, is anybody out there? Let me get to the YouTube thingy. This is 4. So we went live last night. Squire, hey, how you doing, Squire? By the way, you got the job. I said all you got to do, you and your wife, is move to Ohio if you're tired of that California scene. Want to dig the Midwest for a while. So I did a live stream last night and published it, of course, and everything seemed fine. And I woke up this morning and there's a red flag on it. It says totally ineligible for monetization because of the outro music, which is a loop out of my DAW that is supposed to be copyright free because I bought it and paid for it, and some piece of crap publishing company decided to put a copyright claim on it and called it smooth jazz. Smooth jazz. So I put it to private and decided that I'd talk about it a little bit now. Unfrickin' believable that this is part of the problem. YouTube is inconsistent, and they really know how to take the fun out of things. And at first I thought it was because I played a loop on my guitar that loop that went I thought it was because of that, but the timestamp that they gave me indicates that it was the outro music. So, broken some rules and don't apply to certain people. Others can't get away with the smallest of infractions. You got that. I only come to YouTube now to watch your videos and Gerald's after what has come to light recently about Patreon. I'm having a very hard time staying with them too. Uh-oh, why? What happened with Patreon, John? Did I miss something about Patreon? Something I should know about? What's up with that? Yeah, I can see over in the studio here a little better. What's up with Patreon? Tell me about it. Inquiring minds want to know. Because I'm trying to move the lion's share of my stuff over to Patreon, and I've already posted a bunch of videos over there yesterday and last night of the band, and I made a video telling about what I wanted over there. Kind of wanted to get a hold of Scott tonight, but I would have to do this through a different setup. I would have to do it through StreamYard. Or get Duncan to host it. But this is the time we'd be ending, the time that I'm starting if I were, you know, at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning for Duncan. That's a hard time for him to start a project. John Pearson, tell me what's up with Patreon, because, you know, I get emails. The only thing I've seen an update about was you can change the way that you bill your patrons, and I haven't changed that. Oh, and by the way, I am in stereo now. No, Tim, no. No, you don't, because it's linked to YouTube. When you watch a video on Patreon, it's coming from YouTube. It could come from another source if they link it to another source, another server or whatever. But, hey, John Landino. But no, now, seeing that the video is hosted on YouTube, unlisted, and then the link given on Patreon so you can access the video from there, on YouTube you'll get a copyright claim. But it won't matter because the video's unlisted. So, and you can shut monetization off. That way, which I need to do. I need to go shut monetization off on all those videos. That way, when you click on it on Patreon, you won't get an ad. Hopefully. I gotta verify that. That's not verified. I have to verify that. People who like very young people and letting them conduct related business on the site. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, just don't participate in that. That's I mean, that's would be illegal anyway in any form if they're dealing with something underage. Killed Wilson 33, how's Scott holding up? He's holding up fine. Yeah, the comments would post the actual word, right? Yeah, just don't, you know. I don't think they'll get away with that for very long. You're not going to get away with that anywhere. You know, YouTube even demonetized a couple of years ago the sites that were just for little kids and changed all the rules, right? But they're doing it. You can find folks with videos right here who have been victims. Not me, because I'm not looking for it, so I won't see it. I won't see it. You know, shed a little more light over here on this camera. Well, that's a junky camera. That second camera, I have to do something about that. But at any rate, you know, I appreciate you supporting me over there, and hope that you continue to. Yeah, I know. Now people get away with shady shit, but then they get caught. Hopefully, they get caught. What do we got for resolution over here? 144. Come on, give me a break. Oh, that helped. Okay. Oh my God. My laptop now is asking me to update to Windows 11. It's like, come on, man. Are you serious? My desktop is way newer and it's not asking me to do it. Yeah, the fishermen loaded their bass with sinkers. I did. I read about it and saw pictures and stuff. I didn't actually see like any video or a news report about it, but there's memes all over Twitter and Facebook now of the guys holding up, big giant chunks of lead as a catch. How dumb does a person have to be? How dumb does a person have to be to stuff a fish with sinkers in a bass competition? And I've got my neighbor, man, one of my best friends, his sister, his nephew, his sister's kid is a world class bass fisherman. Dude, this guy makes money. He wins these competitions. He goes all over the place, all over the South and like out in Texas and stuff. He makes money. Oodles and boodles and has fun doing it. Catching bass. I should have been a fisherman. I used to love to fish. We used to go fishing every day. Oh, world record smallmouth. Cool. But I fixed my audio problem. It was a selection in OBS selecting the right setting for the microphone. So I should be coming out of both sides now. Oh yeah, he I'm sure he spends plenty on his boat and equipment and traveling. Got to get to the next competition, wherever that may be. I think this guy's even been to Canada. He's been all over. He wins everything in Ohio. Kid Wilson, you got the flu? Linda just asked me a little while ago if I felt like I had a cold, and I said, no, why, do you? And she was like, I don't know, maybe it's allergies. If it's a pro, his boats are free. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just know this dude goes all over winning these competitions, having a ball doing it, and his mother brags about him on Facebook all the time. Can't spell for chit, I'm Ori. I know. Typos. Then if you like spill coffee or beer on your keyboard, the keys stick and then you can't type anymore because the keys don't work. I've had that happen more than once. But, doing the live streams helps get your watch time up. But, if they're going to nail you for every little sound of music that you put on a live stream, I've got nailed for just sitting and noodling on the guitar. Just anything. That's my favorite lyric of any song in the world. None of you would know what it is, so I won't even bother telling you what it is. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Dave Mustaine got playing a song he wrote backwards. God. I used to do some Roy Orbison. Oh, we do every time I look into your loving eyes, do 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 one look from you. But my brother sings it. So we only do it when my brother's playing with us. Roy Orbison, I can sing his mid-rangey stuff, but as soon as he starts going high, forget it. And my favorite singer of all time, rock and roll singer, is Burton Cummings from the Guess Who. A lot of you probably know that, but Burton's always been my favorite. He can go high, low, anywhere. And my favorite album by the Guess Who is called Road Food. Squire and Janice, you have to stop meeting like this. I think I like Freddie Mercury. Well, and I think you do too. Either you do or you don't. No, Freddie's great, man. I mean, he's a legend. But the star of Queen is Brian May. Even Dave Levine will tell you that. He'll tell you. Brian gets overlooked. I'll tell you who my second favorite singer is, and I want you guys to go check this out. I want you guys to look up Live at Daryl's House, Daryl Hall, with Tommy Shaw from Styx. Tommy Shaw is one of the best rock and roll singing guitar players ever. Well, he is the best singing guitar player ever, is Tommy Shaw. And Dennis DeYoung sang all the sappy stuff in Styx. Dennis DeYoung did all the edgy stuff. Blue Collar Man, Too Much Time on My Hands, Renegade. He did all the edgy stuff, and he is absolutely the best. Hey, nothing pretty about synth. Welcome to the channel. Cheers, mate. Oh, I love Randy Bachman. It's actually pronounced Bachman. It's Randy Bachman. Randy is great. Randy is a great writer. Okay, I'm not practiced up. She's come undone. That's a hard song to sing. I can sing like 70% of it. Tuned down to E flat, I might be able to nail it. I'll have to try it. I'll have to practice it and try it. And then I have to learn to play the flute. You could do that flute solo on the guitar. Saw them in Vegas in the 90s. I saw the Guess Who right around 2000, 2001, 2002. Well, it was after 9/11, so 2003 or 2004, I saw them in Cleveland, and it was absolutely an amazing show. It was all the original people, all of them, and they sounded just like the records. They sounded just like the records. And Burton hit every note. And I still follow Burton on Facebook and a Guess Who page, and Burton will post now and then. And he's getting old and curmudgeonly. Who is it? John Pearson keeps waiting for me to do the curmudgeonly videos that I said I was going to do. And I probably need to be curmudgeonly and tell people, geez, Ed, tell us how you really feel. That'd be a good one. Yeah, those would be good. But, you know, there was a period in the beginning of my YouTube career where I was opinionated and I said stuff that ruffled people's feathers, and it really it might gain you like views and stuff, but then you have to look at yourself and wonder, you know, would I want people saying that about me? You know, and so it's that's a double-edged sword, and I'm not at this point. Wannabe Guitar God, how you doing? Hey, John Landino. Oh, you've been here. Oh man, some in 1973. I would have loved that. That was right around the time Road Food came out in 74, I think. And my other favorite Guess Who album is an album called Rockin', with Heaven Only Moved Once Yesterday and Heartbroken Bopper and Guns, Guns, Guns. Guns, Guns, Guns is one of my favorite songs. And Heartbroken Bopper. And Smoke Big Factory. And Heaven Only Moved Once Yesterday. Those are some of my favorite Guess Who songs. I brought Road Food up today on YouTube while I was, you know, getting in the shower, and turned it up through the computer and played it. And let the whole album play. I just listened to the whole album. I hadn't listened to the whole album in quite a while. Well, I just let the whole thing play. That's what's nice about... That's the one good thing about YouTube, is you can find almost any music that you want. There was something else really good I watched. Oh, they featured Billy Strings on CBS News this morning. And I love Billy Strings. I love listening to him play. I love the fact that he's like a world-class bluegrass player that just turned 30, and he's from Michigan. He's from Michigan. Well, in 1973, I'd been 14. That was right when I started going to concerts. He just turned 30, John. He just turned 30. Yeah, Guitar God, he rips it up. He absolutely does. He's amazing. He is amazing. I shared one on Facebook by him. It's called Catch and Release. And it's about going to grab his buddy to go fishing, and they're smoking a blunt, you know, no, he's smoking a pipe. And he gets pulled over by the cop, and the cop takes his weed and lets him go, and he goes, I guess it was a catch and release. It's pretty cool. How do viewers go from 14 to 9, back to 14, and then down to 9 again? Jeez, oh man. Jeez, oh man. Says I got an excellent connection. But Billy Strings, there's back to 14. He was he was in a heavy metal band when he was younger than 30. You know, he's less than half my age. And 10 times the guitar player. My God. My God. But you know, when I go back and think of my favorites, my favorite stuff, it's all over the place. And this happens every now and then, but I'll get on a Mott the Hoople kick and I'll listen to it. Spend a day just listening to Mott the Hoople. I thought they were the best glam band in the land. Yeah, those big holes in his earlobes. That I don't get that. And then there are some videos like he does Dust in a Baggie with a bass, a stand-up bass, and a guy on a mandolin, and just it's him, the guitar. It's him on guitar, the bass, and the mandolin, and they're standing by a tree, and they filmed it, and he had really short hair. And I told my brother, I go, I like it when he had the short hair, you know. He's really clean cut look. And Dickie goes, you know, he's number one right now, and he's having fun. Just let him do what he wants to do. He wants to let his hair grow out. Let him let his hair grow out. He's number one right now in the world of bluegrass. So, yeah, you know, you're right. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. But you listen to some of their performances, and he gets into some stuff where he's using a lot of effects, even distortion and delay, and a pitch shifter, and all kinds of stuff on the acoustic guitar, and it's freaking amazing. Yeah, he's sitting in the living room of a trailer, and they go, play that one, play that one, play that one you wrote. And he does it. He does Dust in a Baggie. That's the video where I learned the words from. And I've tried to come up with guitar solos, but I can't play fast enough consistently to get through a whole measure of the song, you know, a whole bar. So okay, so I got to do it slow first. Haven't slept in 7 days and I haven't eaten 3. Methamphetamine has got a heavy hold of me. My tweaker friends have brought me to the point of no return. I just put an adder to the bulb and watch it burn. This life of sin has got me in, got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. That intro, like if we were going to play that in the band, I'd have to stand there on stage and play the intro to myself like 3 times before I could try to hit it. Yeah, he's amazing. Billy is amazing. And the reason he knows about that is because his stepdad, who taught him how to play guitar, and his mother were hooked on meth in the trailer park. And he said he had to get away from that, and he left home. He moved out at a really young age because he didn't want to get caught up, you know, in the meth thing. He said he would have been addicted or ended up dead. So good on him, you know. Old friend Mark Emerson. How you doing, Mark? I see you pop in on Facebook now and then. It's good to see you, mate. I hope life is treating you well. Oh yeah, it's a 145, but it just flies. It's one of those songs that uses every note. It uses every note on the fretboard. Yeah, amazing. It's good to hear from you, Mark. I hope you're well. I hope life is finding you good. Mark is an eclectic guy. He's been into lots and lots of different things. Guitar repair, guitar building, t-shirt printing, 3D printing, drone flying, cigar smoking, cake eating. He's done it all, man. He's done it all. And that's the way life should be. You need to experiment, spread out. I'm in my cooking phase at this time. We did some baking. Linda did the baking. I didn't do the baking. I did the pasta making. We bought her a good stand mixer. Epiphonium. Did I get in here in time for cake eating? Sure. It's your thing, buddy. Yeah, I'll probably get a copyright claim for dusting a baggie. But that other thing, they weren't even sharing ads. It was just no. And it's from a loop out of my DAW. It's ridiculous. That I use for the outro of my live streams. Now I got to change that. Because when I think back on it, it happened once before. And it was that. And at first I thought it was what I was playing on the guitar. No, I saw a roller nut on one of my strats. Yeah, I got a Strat Plus that has that, and I don't play that type of guitar anymore where I need locking stuff and a roller nut. Just the plain old Strat bridge does fine for me. My new Strat, player Strat, has the 2-point rather than the 6 screws, which those are fine also, but Duncan's video for the 100th time just before you came on. Which video? The history of Tonewood? Which video? Or one of his walkabouts of London? What video did you watch? Oh, the LSR installation. He's got kits that you can buy that put where the holes are in your neck. You put inserts in there. You drill them out, and he sells these inserts on eBay. You put the inserts in, and then instead of a screw, there's a machine screw with fine threads that go into the insert. And a smart man would install the insert but glue it in also. And you've got to be careful because you got to drill the holes right and not screw them up. And then you've got machine screws holding your neck on rather than wood screws. They're not neck bolts, they're neck screws. If you take them out and look at them, they are a screw because they go straight into wood. Just message him and he'll hook you up, I'm sure. Just ask him about the neck bolts. The neck inserts. Run, the Limberman. Yeah, a lot of people deck their trim. I don't have a problem because I don't do like heavy dive bombs or anything, or I use my trim lightly. I lightly use my trim, and I have a tuner on the floor that shuts everything off. Hey, everyone named Dave. What kind of telly? I've got a Mexico telly, and I've got a Franken telly. I've got a Japanese telly, but it's not mine. It's my brother's. That's got EMGs in it because he wanted to be like Mark Knopfler. Mark Knopfler used EMG pickups. Janice, you never stay because Johnny Bean's on. You got to go watch Johnny Bean. I'll be over there later. Oh, what did I have for supper? I had pepper steak. Yeah, 1/16 of an inch. I floated a little bit more than that. It's like between, is it 5 degrees or 15 degrees? I can't remember. Okay, bye. Thanks for stopping. Janice, I wanted to ask you about that neck dive on your acoustic. Never heard of such a thing. Never heard of neck dive on an acoustic guitar before, but I guess it could happen. I like the 2-point that Fender's using now. It's definitely a step up from the, and even on the Mexico ones, they've upgraded those to. Now, according to Philip McKnight, he went to warehouses for Sweetwater or somebody and said there is a overstock of equipment, especially stuff like guitar amps, that all arrived at once on the boats from China, and that they are all overstocked on all this stuff. And he says his prediction is they're going to be selling stuff at dealer cost or almost dealer cost because they've got too much of it. And they've got so much of it that when the new stuff comes out, they're going to have to unload this stuff. So I'd keep, Christmas super sale. I'd keep my eye out. Do you watch the video? If you watch the video, you might know a little bit more about what he was talking about. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just listened to part of it. But, it makes sense. And I get notifications from Zounds, American Music Supply, Sweetwater, Guitar Center, and Musician's Friend. I get notifications from all those and a couple other ones. And they're advertising sales. I can bend a sharp with my finger up, but not flat. Yeah, right. You can't go flat. Right. Yeah, bending to pitch is a constant challenge. My philosophy is just keep bending until you get there, or slide up to the note. That's my trick. I'll bend and then slide up to the note. I'm a slider. There he is. There's the man. What's up, Scotty? He's in Indiana. Indiana wants me. Lord, I can't go back there. Indiana wants me. The CV70's walnut strap for $300 the week before Scott's last live stream. Did you get that from Scott? Getting any snow in Indiana yet, Scott? You should have went later in the year so you could hang around for the snow. Oh, brand new from Musician's Friend. Yes, you can bend a pitch with a floating trem. It's all beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. Anything you say, Scott, I can sing it. Or sing about it. What did who do where, Epiphonium? Scott's from Indiana. You guys all thought he was from Nevada. He was transplanted in the desert. I'll bet he's digging having grass and maple trees right now. Oops, I farted. Think about that. That's Ichiku Park by the Small Faces. What did you do there? We got high. It's all too beautiful. It's all too... not Peter Frampton, the other guy, Steve Marriott. And Denny Lane. Humble Pie is one of my favorites. There's a thing... Oh, God. Steve Marriott. It's not Six Hands. It's three... Band of Three or something on YouTube that was, right before he died in the fire that he was playing and recording. One of the first Phaser Flanger songs. I can believe that. I can believe that because you're correct. It does have that sound. So, Scott, how long are you staying in Indiana? You might move there, huh? You might just decide to stay. That'd be kind of cool. I can drive to Indiana. That's just like the next state over to the west. Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Shit, Scott, borrow a car for a day or two and drive to me. Aw, man, driving to St. Louis via Ashtabula. Well, you're way south, Epiphonium. I don't know where in Indiana Scott is. If he's at the bottom of Indiana. No, he's in Minneapolis, right? Indianapolis. Indianapolis, Indy. Bring a typist. Right next to the track. I always said NASCAR was for people that didn't understand professional wrestling. Left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn, left turn. Do those cars even turn right? I guess they have to get off the track. The only races I've ever been to are these little local races they had with these little hot rod cars in Thompson Dragway, which is a famous drag strip here in Ohio. My buddy used to go to the one all the time in Toledo or I forget the name of it. Johnny Depp and the Hollywood Vampires and Alice Cooper. Who else is in that band? Johnny Depp, Alice Cooper, and Joe Perry. Isn't Joe Perry in that band? I don't know, Vince, if Speedway 7 is still there or not. I don't ever see anything. Hey, Nelson, how you doing? Good to see you. Vince, what's the big drag race track out towards Toledo? You're gonna make me. Norwalk, that's it. That's the one. That's it. Norwalk. Norwalk. Yeah, Norwalk. Duff McKagan, okay. Duff McKagan is the guy from Guns N' Roses, right? Eldora, about in the middle of Ohio. Scott's a big Guns N' Roses fan, as you all know, because they covered a lot of Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard. People tell me I look like Merle Haggard. Scott, did you see me play the ukulele? Did you see me play my ukulele? I told you I'd take it out right away. Yes, Scott is a Kiss fan. He's a recovering Kiss fan. He's recovering. He's a recovering Kiss fan. Oh, I bet Slash can play some mean Buck Owens. Just like John Five. He played for like Loretta Lynn or something. And this is why I love country music. Because you've got Slash playing Buck Owens, John Five playing for Loretta Lynn, you've got Billy Strings. How can you go wrong? There's a Sirius XM radio channel called Willie's Roadhouse. Might be joining Motley Crue. Oh, Christ. Who cares? Dirt track racing in Ohio. Ohio. Hank 3. Yeah, that's yikes. He's edgy. Hank 3 is edgy. He's like closer to David Allan Coe at his filthiest stuff. Hank 3 he's not suitable for. Yeah, I know who Michelangelo Matteo is, but I have no clue who Man of War is. Now, I want to hear Guns N' Roses' version of Wichita Lineman. I've never heard that, and I'm going to look that up as soon as I'm done here, which is going to be in about 2 or 3 minutes. Not for kids and not for adults. It ain't for anybody. Hank, let's talk about your daddy. We'll just break out the bottle house and I'll talk about that drifting cowboy band. You know, bands back in the day had the greatest names too. You know, the Drifting Cowboys, the there were just some cool names. I love Texas Swing. You know it. Grady Martin, the guy that played for Marty Robbins, played acoustic guitar for Marty Robbins, or played guitar for Marty Robbins, the guy that did all the shit on El Paso. His name's Grady Martin. The guy is fantastic. And it's all Texas Swing. Hey, Scott, you know where I'm at? I'm a Facebook away. I'm always just Facebook away. Think I got your new phone number. I love the Texas Tornadoes. Freddie Fender, Doug Somm, Flaco Jimenez. I love the Texas Tornadoes. If I start listening to the Texas Tornadoes, I will listen to them all night long. Is anybody going to San Antonio, Mendocino? She never spoke Spanish to me. Who are you thinking of when we were making love? All those songs are fantastic. Fantastic stuff. That's why I'm not popular on YouTube, because I like too much country-oriented stuff. The Time Jumpers. Okay. Thanks for uploading the Nashville number system. Hey, you know, here's the Nashville number system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop at 7. That's the Nashville number system. You want to know music theory? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's music theory. No lie, man. State law. I'll check out the Time Jumpers, Epiphonium, if they're on YouTube. All right, I'll explain the circle of fifths. I'll explain it real quick. Let me adjust my camera. And here's how I'm going to explain it. Take any note, and we're going to take a C note. To find the fifth, it's right here. And it's right here. So C to G is the fifth. C to G is the fifth. So you can play. Or you can play. And that works for any note. So if you're playing on G and you want to know where the fifth is, it's right here to D. You just go 2 frets up and 1 string down. So no matter what note you play, the fifth is right below it. And 2 frets up and 1 string down. Now you are a bass player in a country band and you can play absolutely anything. Country music. It's round. The circle of fifths is round. It goes round and around and around. The other real important thing to know is being able to find the octave. I love Elvis Costello. I love Elvis Costello. Elvis Costello is another one of my heroes. Such a poetic writer. Catchy tunes. You know, that voice of his, it's just like peculiar, interesting voice. Yeah, he does a huge variety. But Scott, maybe we should get together next Sunday for a live stream. One for the road. Let me know what you think when you get home, or when you get home, you know. Do one for an hour or so. Veronica's a good tune, but there are just so many good tunes. I'll Be Naked. That's okay. Watching the Detectives, Radio, High Fidelity, I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down, Oliver's Army, just so many great songs. I'll have to check out the show that he did at Levon Helm's house. You mean the drummer from the band? It's Levon, Levon. Great CF. Cayule. But once again, I would encourage you to go over to my Patreon channel. For $1 measly, you can have access to the content of which I have been posting and will be posting more on Patreon. But I appreciate everything. Yeah, typing in the dark, just like dancing in the dark. I do a lot of shit in the dark. That's kind of like Daryl's house, live at Daryl's house. I'm telling you, as soon as you're done here, go on YouTube and look up Live at Daryl's House, Tommy Shaw. $1 earned from your live shows. Good. Damn, Scott. You're killing it. Talking in the dark. I'm living in the dark, dude. Oh yeah, Daryl's stuff. Hey, Stoner Dave. Stoner Dave, last July, I took 2 puffs off of a joint, ended up on the floor, and took an ambulance ride to the local hospital, which is now costing me a whole bunch of fucking money. Unbelievable. My blood pressure dropped to like no blood pressure. Which is funny because I got high blood pressure. You lucky guy. I'm afraid to now. I'm afraid to. And I hadn't done it since 2016. My friend died. And when he died, that was the end of it. And we were at the Triangle, and a guy handed me something, and I ain't in this for my health. I think Levon died of lung cancer. Fucking laptop goes into sleep mode. Man, that sucks. Kidding me. Fuck. Why can't computers just do what they're supposed to do? Yeah. No, Stoner Dave, it was not. What happened? I know where it came from, and it absolutely was not. What happened was I was sick that day, and I had diarrhea really bad, and I got really dehydrated, and we played for 4 hours, and I wasn't feeling good, and I drank a beer, and double vision. I and I was not I was not in the condition to do it. But now I'm gun shy. And I started smoking weed when I was 14 years old. And smoked almost every day up until 2016. You're digging that, are you, Scott? The 2-camera thingy? 2 cameras? Yeah, I wasn't hydrated. At Woodstock. Holy shit. That's cool. Did you see Sha-Na Na at Woodstock? This is through OBS, Scott, so you'll have to download OBS. But yeah, I'll show you how to do it. And then Duncan can show us how to have OBS through Google Meets, and then he can teach us how to do that, to have more than one person. I can only have me in this stream because that's all I know how to do, unless I use StreamYard or Google Meets. Well, I kind of know how Duncan does Google Meets. That's not that tough. That's just a scene in OBS. That's just a media feed in OBS. Uh-oh. Drink more beer, Scott. Scott's not a drinker. Scott's more of a gummy kind of guy. Sha Na Na went on because of Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was the one that got them there. And hey, Gil, what's up? Well, actually, we're kind of wrapping it up. I'll hang around for another minute or two. You gave up your yummies. Stoner Dave, that sounds more like a joke. With Scott, that's more like a joke. He's funny that way. Ask Scott about his prostate. He'll tell you all about it. Or maybe not. They only took out the bad part. Okay. We got on this subject and the viewership just dropped. So I think in the spirit of us ending on bad notes. Oh, now we're back up to 13. Prostrate. Yep, you said it. You typed it. I don't know if you said it in your head. Do you say things in your head as you're typing them? I do. The post rate. I like that. The post rate. My post rate. Having trouble with my post rate. Yeah, you're an hour late. You're an hour and 15 minutes late, Gil. That's all right. We'll do it again. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. And if it would behoove you to check out my Patreon, try it for a month. And then if you're not happy, stop trying it. You too, Scott. Love you. You've done a lot for me. Probably ruined my career. But you sure taught me a lot of guitar. You taught me the important stuff, you know? I don't care if it's homo. I ain't afraid of no homos. They don't scare me. I love everybody. All right, guys. Homogenized milk. Yes, Scott taught us all about Tonewood. Now, you know, there are times where I'd be watching Scott's videos on teaching stuff and go, I know how to do that. Why am I not doing that? And then all of a sudden, it's in everything I play. And that's how it works, you know. You learn a technique or a riff, and it starts showing up everywhere in everything you do. PRS, something I'll probably never own. I'll buy a Gibson before I buy a POS. That's my opinion. All right, folks. I can't play my outro music because I'll get copyright strike. Products really suck. Oh my God. Really? Paul Reed Smith has to bring up Scott. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Buy my guitars. And then now they make amps, you know? Come on. The fuck? There's only 2 amps in this world that matter, and that's Fender and Johnson. Right, Scott? Well, and what's that name of that? Roland. Roland makes some good stuff. And Stage Right. I love my Big Johnson. Monoprice. Yeah, PRS has some pedals. It's called like Hog Meat. They're fucking weird ass shit. All right, guys. I'm going to end it on that. It's 11:30. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll do this again soon. I won't wait too long. Yeah, Scotty, as soon as you get home, let me know. We'll get together. We'll get together, make up a little plan. Can't wait to see your new stuff. I know it's going to be a big hit. It's going to be tits, man. I know it'll be tits. And to everybody else, thank you. If you can, check out my Patreon. And with that, over and out.